Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event. It's Thursday, and you already know what that means. Plenty of laughs, off the subject discussions, and of course, real boxing talk. So pop open a cold one or vino. Here's the real life Tres Amigos, sports TV broadcaster and reporter, Bethel Duran, your host.
Yeah, baby, yeah!
And co-host, legendary Golden Boy matchmaker, Roberto Diaz, and world champion trainer, Joel Diaz. Ladies and gentlemen, this is There's Diaz.
Oh, we are live. We are live. We're doing this from Anaheim, California today. It's another edition of Thursday. It's Bethel Duran, Coach Joel Diaz. And if you're hearing me, let me know how the audio sounds because I got the podcast mic. I just have never used it really this way. So let me know if the audio is good. I put it the right settings. We're having a lot of fun. So we're going to hang out with you guys. You can see Munguia Rosado is behind us. The coach is here. We're ready to go. So Robert, chew your beer. How you doing? Hope everything's fine with you. And we are going. So Bandit, the Green Eye Bandit is behind us. So Bandit, put on the podcast on your phone. Let us know that we're watching it and that we're fine as we get ready to go. Coach, okay, how are you doing? We're back.
I'm doing good. I'm doing good, and I'm happy to be here because we're doing it again, here live together. We don't have to be from a hotel room or we don't have to be at home. But I'm happy to be here. It's a great card Saturday night, so I'm excited.
All right. Saludos, everybody. So let me know how the audio sounds and make sure that we're fine with it. So we're going to try to figure things out. So let's go. The Bandit says we're ready to go. Mira, the Green Eye Bandit showed up. Coach, primero salud.
Salud.
Ooh, pero look at this, barrelitos. Bandit, we need a towel right here.
That's good.
No, because we're leaving a mess right here.
Oh, shit.
You find it in my bag right there. That way, when there's a towel. All right,
This is water.
barrelitos.
Barrilitos.
Bien
Are they
fríos.
good? Están como nalga de pingüino.
And that white, yeah, there you go.
Son como besos de madrastra. Fríos.
There it is. All right, here we go. Thanks to Thompson Bocci for the towel. Seriously, thank you, Jeanette. We appreciate
collect them too?
Oh, I take them too, man. These are nice towels.
I know.
So appreciate Jeanette Gonzalez.
After
Actually, no, Jeanette didn't give it to me. I took it from Razo.
After every fight, we take a bunch of those. They help to watch the card.
Oh, they're good. I take them to the gym so I can look at them.
Yeah.
So yes, we are here at the Honda Center. No, we're not the Honda. We're the hotel. But the weigh-in today. No, not the weigh-in. I'm messing up here. It's been a long
press
day.
conference.
The press conference was at the Honda Center, and the fight Saturday is going to be at the Honda Center. Munguia and Rosado live on the zone. As always, keep on leaving the comments. Let me know if the audio sounds good. We can mess this up. And it's weird, Coach. I don't know how to do a podcast while looking at you. You're here in front of me. Usually there's the tequila behind you.
You make me nervous.
Right. Me too. I'm nervous. Pero está bueno.
See, you're the star. You're the star of the show, even though they try to rob your position.
You know what?
But it is intimidating being next to you.
Now, we have the podcast. We're going to get along with you guys, and we do appreciate it. It's been, I don't know, Coach, more than a month since I've seen you on the podcast.
Yeah.
Well, and we did it last week or 2 weeks ago, and Razo was on the show. Did you hear what happened?
No. I didn't.
Okay.
What happened?
2 weeks ago, you were in Las Vegas, right?
Yeah.
You had a Butayev.
Butayev. Yeah,
And
Rajab.
congratulations to
Thank
Rajab on
you.
the victory. It was a good victory. But you called me and told me, like, hey, I promoted it. We're going to have the podcast ready to go.
Yeah.
And you're like, I can't because I have to take care of my fighters. You had two of them, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, hey, no problem, Coach. Tonio, of course, his iPad was ready to go.
Always.
I called Razo. I'm like, Razo, Roberto's not available too. Razo, you available? Yeah. Ahí vamos. Let's go, man. No problem. So we start the podcast. And as Razo sits down with us, hey, we start talking a little bit. Hey, we haven't done it in a while. Everybody's a little rusty.
Right.
Y que oímos, Razo starts talking, y que, paz! Like, what? Razo says, oh, gets up, and
In his background?
Razo's gone.
Really?
What happened is, Razo lives on a major street.
Uh-huh.
Behind him, there was a car chase going on.
Whoa.
The guy in the car chase crashed behind Razo's house. And because he crashed behind Razo's house, the guy was on a chase. Razzle left the podcast and never came
Came
back.
back.
So he never came back, and we ended up thinking, I was like, oh, Razzle will be back right now. Ain't no problem.
But he never came back.
Never came back. Razzle texts me later on. He go on this guy's YouTube page. They're chasing a subject around my neighborhood. So like, oh my goodness. So
Well, that's a
what
story.
happens.
That's a story to talk about. Hey, something interesting happened.
It's only on our show does it happen. That's why we do it live. And so,
Things happen on the show.
yeah, so the audio, let me see here, because I don't have my headphones because I don't know where they're at. Then I forgot them. So Coach sounds good. As long as Coach sounds good, and I sound a little bit off, okay, we'll figure that out.
Good.
I fixed the gain here. So let me know. Keep it going. Chew your beer. All right, Coach, this weekend, what do you have? Why are you here in Anaheim?
Why am I here? Because, first of all, I'm just glad and privileged to be here. You know, it's a great card of boxing. You know, I always appreciate.
Go ahead, keep on talking.
I always appreciate the fact that I'm part of big cards. I'm part of big events like this one. You know, this Munguia Rosado fight. It's a great event, man. It's a great fight for the fans. These two guys are gonna come in and give it their all because they know that there's a bigger opportunity in the future for them. So me being here, I'm grateful to be here. First of all, and second because I'm here with Arely Musinho, who is Angel Tito Acosta's wife. As everybody knows, I trained Tito Acosta for his last fight. Unfortunately, he didn't come out with a win. But throughout the time, we know that, Tito lost his father-in-law, who was Arely's father, who was both of their trainer. The man, passed, and after their loss, didn't know where to go. And like Arely said, for them to trust somebody and really believe in somebody to train them, it was hard. So when Tito came to me, he was alone. It was recently after the father passed, so he wasn't comfortable. So she came along with him, and when they met me, they really liked my work. So after Tito's fight, then Arely was scheduled to fight on this date, and she says, "Well, I like it here. Team Diaz opened their doors to us, and we're comfortable here." So she approached me and says, "Coach, would you train me?" I said, "Well, as you can see, I don't have no women training in my gym. I don't have any girls training here. But if you're okay, that's fine." She goes, "Yeah, I've been around boys, and I don't like to be treated differently." So she really got the hang of it. She was in there. She made friends with all the fighters. She was treated like a fighter, and she was comfortable. She trained really hard, and that's why I'm here. Arely Musinho is fighting Jackie Calvo on Saturday, which promises to be a great fight, and I'm grateful to be part of it.
Yeah, and that'll be available Saturday on the Golden Boy Facebook page. We start at 3:00, right around. Right, Luis? Golden Boy Facebook Live. 3:00. So go to the Golden Boy. What's it called? Golden Boy what? Golden Boy Fight Night. I'm announcing it, so I should know how to say this. The Golden Boy Fight Night. We'll start at 3:00 on Saturday. 5 fights expected to be your way with Arely Musinho and Jackie Calvo going at it. All right, so now we're reunited deluxe in the green room. We're going to join him, and there he is, Roberto Diaz. Bobby, where are you?
Hey, I made it home. I rushed home. I got 3 tickets on the way, but I said I cannot miss another Thursdays. I cannot do that. Otherwise, I'm going to be booted out of the green room.
No, you're not going to get booted out, Roberto. You're ready to go. You're a Diaz, so you're in. Razzle, he's gone. You? No, we'll keep you going. So, Roberto, let's talk about the fight that we have here this weekend. Munguia Rosado, really good card, really fun. But, man, today hosting the weigh-in, it felt like these guys aren't going to be trash talking, but they just want to get after it. It's a good one, isn't it, Saturday?
You know what? You can really tell. There's very few fights that, in general, the promoters, the trainers, the people that are in boxing on a weekly basis or monthly basis that are always – there's very few fights that really all spark this interest. The fans, obviously, they love boxing. They're always want to see good fight. So they've been excited since the announcement. But every day, more and more, the excitement is spreading. That when you see trainers like Joel and top trainers in boxing and fighters, other fighters coming up to me and saying, look, thank you for having us on our card because this card means so much. And you heard Eric Gomez say this brings out the fact there is interest because it's a good fight. It's Mexico against Puerto Rico. It's a young world champion with a lot of experience against that veteran with a lot of experience, but that seems to be rejuvenated and hungry, and it has all the makings of a good fight. And I just can't wait to that first bell because I think there's definitely mutual respect. I think they're both going to come out respectful, but it's just a matter of seconds before that big bang, and then it goes out the window to respect and say, hey, let's fight. And that's what I'm expecting. But I was hearing Coach earlier as I logged in is do not miss the Facebook card. Arely Muncino, 4-time world champion, looking to get right back into that world title contention, fighting her first fight in the United States against Jackie Calvo, first fight in the United States, Mexico against Mexico. These two women are coming to make a name and a statement. And somebody's going to pay the price. I'm really excited about this fight. Obviously, we represent with our co-promoters, Cotto Promotions, we represent Arely. I've seen her fight. She's very aggressive, very tough, very skilled. She wants to get into that picture with the big names and fight the Marlene, the Senicia, the Sulem. She wants to go in there and fight the big names, win a world title. So first she has to get through Jackie Calvo, and I'm really excited about that fight.
And that'll be Saturday. The Facebook part of the show starts at 3:00. I'm gonna be honest. I don't even know where I'm at right now. So I don't even know who's fighting on the Facebook because when I was standing there between Rosado and Munguia, it was really cool. Then afterwards, we did a lot of interviews for the Golden Boy social media and Facebook page and having a good conversation with Freddie Roach. I wish you guys would have been here when I was having the conversation with Freddie Roach. And we were talking about just story times and how he was at the 76 Olympics with Sugar Ray Leonard. And Sugar Ray saw him on the bus and said, well, we got little kids on the team now? Because he was an alternate there. And he told him, he's like, well, he now knows I'm not a little kid anymore. And we were just talking about how young kids need to know about the fighting and the history. And he was talking about Willie Pep. And that kind of just goes back to what we have this weekend. And some of these young fighters, you have a kid named Jorge Perez, or I think Chavez, who's going to be making his pro debut. Yeah, Jorge Chavez from San Diego is making his pro debut. And it wasn't too long ago that a guy like Jaime Munguia was fighting at 3 p.m. So it's, Roberto, getting the kids from this part to the main event, it's fun to see them grow, and you're going to see that this weekend.
Absolutely. That's part of the beauty of our sport, that I enjoy the most. Seeing this 4-rounder that's so excited, so respectable. He's been so patient because he was supposed to be on a card back in June, and you're probably excited to get it done. And look, it's almost December, and but he's been there in the gym, never lost focus. I mean, that's where you tell of a person's character. He could have said, you know what, this isn't happening like 2 or 3 times. You know what, I'm not going to keep training. This is never going to happen. And give it up. You can tell he has his mindset, knows what he wants to do. He has a big, big following. I haven't seen a pro debut sell $35,000 in tickets. And, he's on here. He's excited.
Wait. That Jorge Chavez kid sold $35,000 in tickets?
Yeah.
Well, then I better know his name.
When they told me he could sell tickets, he was supposed to be on the original card, was supposed to be, I think it was back in June when Ronnie Rios was going to fight Coach's world champion in
MJ.
Carson. And then that fight got canceled. It was got moved to Vegas, and then one got COVID, and recently the other one got COVID. So it's been, for Chavez, who was supposed to be on the undercard, it looked like, when is this going to happen? So when this card came to Anaheim, I said it only makes sense. It's closer to San Diego. Let's see what you can do, young man. And he proved it.
Well, no wonder Anthony Kelly, who does the tickets for Golden Boy, he's all stressed right now because everybody's asking him. He's like, I don't have tickets. Usually when people tell you, I don't have tickets, they got tickets. No, this one's for sure. They have tickets in the top deck. And it's not like I'm saying, oh, no, there's only a few tickets available in the top deck, which is still a good seat. But that's pretty cool. And damn, pro debut. So his story, Roberto, that kid Jorge Chavez, he details cards in San Diego. He has his own business called Knockout Detailing. He's been detailing Canelo's cars, and and then he also ended up on this famous YouTuber's page. And I even said, like, dude, I'm in my 40s. I have no idea what you just said right now, but because of that one of those videos that he's in has like 40 million views. So that kid has a huge following. So that's
and he's been sparring. He's been sparring pros. He was in Canelo's gym sparring a couple of the guys there, and I was able to meet him and his coach and manager Frank Barajas through Hector Lopez and Ronnie Rios' team, Rocha's team, and he's a good kid. I really like the kid, and obviously, like I told him, look, you got to do your thing in the ring. So Saturday night, he's excited. We have Pimpon Alejandro Reyes from the West Side Boxing, the Skulls. They always bring out the crowd, and they're bringing out a lot of fans. Asa Stevens, we get to see him back after a long period of inactivity from Hawaii. He took the fight on a few days' notice. He said, yes, I've been in the gym. I've been training. So he's on. Unfortunately, we due to a complication in health, Diego De La Hoya will not be on the card. But as soon as he's recovered and ready to go, then we'll reschedule him again. And then, like I said, Areli Monsino and Jackie Calvo, they topped the Facebook card, and I'm excited about that fight. It's going to heat up, leave that ring nice and warm. So when that DAZN card starts, they take it off from there. With William Cepeda, who throws 100 punches around, well, I think the girls might be throwing like 101. So William's going to have to pick it up a little bit.
Camaron is ready to go, man. He's a good kid from Mexico. And then you have Demetrius Ballard against Paul Valenzuela Jr. That's a good one. Chicho Jr. And what am I other one missing?
Alexis Rocha.
Alexis Rocha. How could I forget him?
Alexis Rocha, the hometown, who also is bringing out a big crowd. Obviously, we're in his backyard. All his fans, family, and friends, except one, will not be there. I know it's tough. It's tough for him because they're always together and everything. Ronnie, send you all the love, all the best. Get well soon, Papa.
Oh, we didn't even mention that, Roberto. Is it out there now?
Yeah, so it will be, but he understood it.
Okay. There it is. And now we're going to keep on moving. So the official things, you guys figure things out. All right. So, Roberto, today at the press conference, we're standing there, coach, and afterwards, and mind you, I love the fact that you guys schedule an outdoor press conference when it's 95 degrees in November.
Outside.
Luis and Juan, your digital people, can't even give them a hat, can't even give them sombra, no shade. No, the shade is extra here in Orange County.
But you give them color.
Oh, they got lots of color.
They got some color.
Yeah, they went from white to red to brown. But you look at this, and I'm there, coach. I'm looking around like, this is what we missed with the bubble, everything else. It felt normal today, right, Rory? Where I'm looking at Eric Morales there, and he's just walking by, and I'm like, hey, Eric, tu podcast. Hijo de la chingada. His podcast with Morales. ¿De cuál parte? ¿Cuál te gustó? And I'm like, it's just fun. You're seeing things around, and Bernard. You ask him one question, it goes forever, which is I love that stuff. It feels normal again a little bit, Coach, right? Isn't it?
Yeah, today it felt totally different. It felt like 3 years ago, like nothing's happening. We got the feeling that, hey, things are going back to normal, and that's great.
Yeah. You got the same vibe, right, Roberto?
That's great. That's great. When you see, name coaches from all over the world. You have Joel Diaz, you had Eric Morales, you had Freddie Roach, you have Hopkins there, and that's just the press conference. I think tomorrow it's going to grow even more. And come Saturday, look, a lot of fighters are reaching out, trying to come to the fight. But unfortunately, it's a good thing to have, a good problem to have. Tickets are moving. That just shows the interest and how the people are actually coming to support when it's good fights. They'll show up. They'll show up by the numbers. And I think Saturday night, from top to bottom, they are going to get excitement. I tell all the fans on this one, show up early. Show up from the beginning. Start learning these names and these young fighters that are coming out because they're coming out hungry. And they're match tough. So it's going to be a good night of boxing. And it's Southern California, great weather.
Once again, I am not a Golden Boy staff employee. I'm a freelancer who only works the day of the fight. So I'm going to say this right now. Thank you for having a fight in Southern California. Nothing against Texas, nothing against Coachella and Indio, but finally a fight where I can actually drive home afterwards. Thank you so much. I know the fans appreciate that. Don't say anything before you get in trouble, Roberto.
No. You know what? It's always,
Yeah.
really comfortable and everything to be home. And look, we're spoiled here. Like you said, almost winter, Christmas time, December, and we had 80 degrees today. A beautiful, beautiful day. Hopefully it stays that way through Saturday. Yeah. Another beautiful day. I'll be next week. I'll be in the East Coast, and I'm not going to be liking it, Coach. We'll be in the East Coast together. It's probably going to be 30 to 40 degrees, but you know what? That's boxing. We go all over. We go where the work is, and looking forward to that. And obviously, December 18th, we'll be in San Antonio, Texas.
Yeah, that's right. Announced today, December 18th, San Antonio. Now, I like San Antonio. The Riverwalks have been good to me, so I like San Antonio. Zurdo fighting against Junieski Gonzalez, so that's what it is. All right, Roberto, you drinking anything?
I am not. I just came from dinner. I took the guys out to dinner, or they took me, and estoy bien panzón, bien lleno ahorita.
No, you look skinny today, Bobby.
Well, that's the black. The secret look.
That's Coach, the black.
We wear black to mantenernos delgaditos.
I saw some of the pictures that they took, and I'm like wearing that white shirt. And I'm not fat, but man, I look a little extra thick today because I had a bottle of wine last night because I'm supposed to, because wine's good for the heart. That's what they told me. That's what Roberto told me.
They said one glass, not one case.
Not one case. He had a whole bottle.
But if the glass is never empty, isn't that still technically one glass?
That's true. Yeah. That is true.
I agree with him. I agree with him.
Don't let it get empty. Bandit, don't let it get empty. Los barrelitos.
Yeah. Todo el tiempo busca el pretexto los borrachos.
There you go. Yeah. Oh, that coal right there.
Hey, but why is Green Bandit drinking Pacifico?
Okay, so the Green Bandit, the Green Bandit brought us barrelitos. Appreciate that. But he brought Pacificos for himself. That way he wouldn't take it from us. See how nice a guy he is? That's what you call class and manners right there.
And Beto has him working. He's a camera guy, Roberto. He has him working. He's a camera guy. He's got the camera and the light on us, Roberto.
You know what? Y con el teléfono así, y con el otro así.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
He has them running all over the place.
We're big time. We have a setting. We have standards. We're ready to go. We have everything you need right now.
You should see the setup, Roberto. I'm telling you. Yeah. I think you're going to end up hiring him.
Look. Let me turn it around. Let me turn it around for
you
guys. Look at that.
Look at that. Look at that.
Look at that cool over there. We are not messing around here, bro. Only the finest here.
I like the borrachos behind you guys and everything.
Where Roberto? Oh, there you go. Oh, there you go, Bobby. Yeah, hey, we haven't seen each other in a while, so we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it right.
That's right. I like it.
Yeah. You know, and what else then? Here, waiting for a great event like Saturday, Roberto. I'm actually excited for this whole card, from top to bottom. Great matchup fights. I mean,
thank you.
I was in the gym right now. Alexis Rocha came in. He's looking good. Camarón is looking good. I mean, every single fighter is like, they know they're here for business, and they're gonna put up a great show. I'm sure that this weekend is gonna be a great weekend of boxing.
I agree.
Because every single fight is gonna be a great fight, and like I said earlier, I'm excited to be here because I'm privileged to be always part of good cards. You know, like Munguia, Rosado, they're made for each other. I think they're tailored for each other. Yeah. And it's going to be a fight.
I agree. And you know what? Coming off the last couple fights that Rosado's had, it makes him that much more dangerous than the Rosado from before. I mean, in the eyes of many, including myself, he beat Danny Jacobs. And then obviously he knocked out one of our top prospects in a fashion that wasn't expected. So it shows that in boxing, anything can happen.
Yeah.
And when a fighter believes in himself and puts in the hard work in the gym, makes him that much dangerous. And with Rosado, you have a couple of ingredients that makes him very dangerous. He has experience. It's almost like he's rejuvenated. He turned it, whatever he did, turned it around. He's fighting smarter, eating smarter, doing things different that now his body's like enjoying and giving back to him. And then you got Puerto Rico against Mexico, but then you add that Philadelphia to the Puerto Rico, which makes him even that much more. So it's fun. And then Munguia has been getting better and better and better at the hands of Eric Morales, and obviously with the experience of fights after another. I'm excited about the fight again. it's one of those fights that when you make, you want to sit back. And Eric said it best. You're the fan now. I just want to sit back as soon as that bell rings and say, okay, let's see what happens. I can envision Latino Tommy Hearns and Haggard, like 3 rounds of hell. But I can also see where it'll come out a couple rounds of boxing and Gabe will try to box and try to counter, and Munguia is going to have to go after him. But what I can see is no matter how long that lasts, it's when that first punch lands that Gabe could turn around and say, let's go. Like he did with Beck. Look, he was boxing. I think what Gabe did with Beck was, if I keep waiting on this guy, he's going to get me. He hits really hard. He's going to hurt me. So I might as well go for broke. And it was almost, not that he closed his eyes, but it's almost like, Hail Mary, a ver qué pasa, because it's going to be you or me. And he was able to connect.
We're ready to go. That'll be Saturday night live on the Zone. Munguia, Rosado going after it. And, thanks to everybody that's joining us right now, checking in. The Ace of SoCal finally checks in. Roberto, remember my friend Ace of SoCal? Remember he used to show up to fights? He also shows up late to the podcast. Now he's asking us about Jorge Chavez. We just spent 10 minutes talking about this kid from San Diego, and he wants to hear about him.
I don't know Ace. I mean, I know Anthony.
Oh!
Okay. Hey, by the way, that was Bobby. My IT guy slipped me a note here.
There it is. All right, so since we haven't seen you guys in a while, let's take some questions for you. So if you have questions coming through, we appreciate everybody coming through and leaving them. But right now, we're going to take advantage of having Roberto in here and having all kinds of information for you guys right now. So one of the questions, is Tonio going to be at the fights? Is Tonio going to be at the fights, Coach?
No. No. He's not.
He's not the star of the show.
He's not the star of the show, and that's the reason why I don't want him near me here at the fights. I told him to stay home.
Everybody will tell him, can we get a picture, Tonio? Can we get it? He's not the star. He has to stay home. The pictures
Nor Jeremiah.
Okay, now Jeremiah is in the hotel. His little tuxedo just arrived, so we asked him to show up. And if we get Jeremiah, maybe he's getting ready for the show. And
like a little purse. Is that his little purse?
You guys are mean, man. You guys are mean. And you're mean because you said it before me. I wanted to say it.
He had it ready to show it, like right next to him.
Yeah, so Tonio would not be here. For those of you guys asking about Virgil Ortiz, I'm not going to answer that. We don't know anything. That's their own personal business, whether he wants to train or not. So don't going to get into that. So we're not going to ask that. Let's see here. Will Tonio be on tonight? I don't. You know what?
You think the iPad is charged?
The iPad. You know what? Tonio's also bien sentido because he didn't even send a message. I posted and he didn't even repost it.
And then he's busy.
Yeah.
Oh, let me see. Oh, he's at the gym. He's at the gym.
Oh, important question. Our good friend Chew Your Beer. Oh, man, if you love craft beer, go hang out with Roberto. Green or red enchiladas? Because that's what matters right there. Green or red enchiladas?
Yeah. Me?
Yeah.
Red.
Red.
Green.
Free. Here's a good one. Marco Favela, who does our graphics and our promo. By the way, a fantastic one today with Disney in the background. Kid out of Las Vegas. Everybody's talking about the Canelo interpreter. How hard is it to interpret on live TV? So I will say it first. It's hard to interpret anytime.
Yeah.
Especially on live TV. Who's the best at it? Roberto Diaz, because he gives you word for word, and not because Bobby's here. Gabe Rivas does an excellent job too.
I agree with that. I mean, I've seen some people they translate, and they don't say half of what the fighter says.
Yep. Yeah, that's part of it.
Roberto's really good at it. Believe me, I'm always watching because I always criticize, but Roberto, you're always on point. You say everything, even if it's a long.
My God.
I mean, sometimes I say, how does he remember all that? Because sometimes I tried it,
How do you remember that, Roberto?
Yeah, how do you remember everything?
Well, the secret is I tell him what to say.
Okay, that's what it is. So you already know it.
I already know. I tell him, mira, vas a decir esto. Okay,
Peter,
don't say it different. So they say it the way I tell them. No, I'm just kidding. No, what I try to remember is what is it they're trying to deliver? What is the message? And I don't try to go word for word, but I try to deliver that message. I mean, and it takes time. I mean, I remember one time, I believe it was a Canelo fight. After the fight, post-fight interviews, I said, yeah, I'll translate. I used to do it for Barrera, no problem. I get up, I stand up in the podium. I don't remember if it was Canelo or whatever the fuck, but I believe it was Canelo. And I look at the audience, the media, everybody, and nothing will come out. And I'm like,
you froze.
Hurry up. The longer it goes, the more tense you're getting, the more, oh my God. And you don't want to go say, excuse me, what did you say again? So it's like, I'm just looking at the people and they're looking at me like, okay, come on. And then boom, it just started coming out. And it was like, for a second, I even asked later, I asked my wife, I asked her, hey, did you notice that yes, I noticed. What happened? I don't know. I was freezing. And then came out. But it is, and like Coach said, when I'm watching the fights on TV and everything, I see, it's like, that's not what he said. So it makes it more, you put more pressure on yourself when you're going to do it because you know how you are with others. So it's like, that's how others are going to be with me. So you put it like, he says blue, you don't want to say red. I mean, it's so, and you know what? I give Canelo so much credit because he's always understood it from a long time ago, but he never wanted to speak it. And today he speaks it fluently. I told him, I'm very impressed because he's not just speaking English. He's speaking English with the meaning that it's supposed to be, with big words, not little words. And then what did he do at the end? When the translator... okay, o sea, cabrón, I caught... a lot of times they don't catch it because the adrenaline, they're in the ring, they don't hear it. But he knew what he was looking for and what he wanted to hear, and he wasn't hearing it. So it was like, and then, come on, So it is not an easy job. Sometimes when you're in that ring, the echo, you can hear, because even though you're close, you're not listening to him by mouth. You're listening to the microphone and that audio. And sometimes you can't hear it even though you're that close because it goes out. So it's like, ay, cabrón, ¿qué dijo? But that's why you got to be like right there, real close.
Yeah, it's when they ask me to translate, mind you, my Spanish is good, but it's not like that. So I always say, I even said, I was like, to paraphrase, to guard myself. And people make fun of my translation. That's fine, no problem. But it's a hard job to do. But I'm also, if I'm translating, it's because I'm a last resort, not because my job is to be a translator right there. Like, once again, Roberto and Gabe Rivas is the best in the business at doing that because you catch that.
Gabe is very, very good. Yep. Gabe is very good.
No, Roberto has translated some long sentences.
Oh my God! I tell all these guys
when I used to do it, Roberto, I would tell them, hey, you know what? Just give me some short sentences, And then sometimes they'll go on and and I'll stop them because after that I'll forget.
You'll try to tell them keep it short.
Keep it short,
and, and one of the fastest in the ring at the talk was Jorge Linares, and I remember getting up there and he goes, and I'm like, I had to tap in the back, Jorge.
Relax.
I'm translating. Finally, I had to tell him, look, the easiest thing is you do it in English, you do it in Spanish, and you do it in Japanese, and I'm all translate for you.
Yeah, and when people try to tell me like, oh, you didn't say it, I'm like, I tell the Venezuelan fighters, the Dominicans, the Puerto Ricans, hey, 3 words, just 3 words. Me siento bien. That's all it is. And then, so some people were making fun of me today, like, oh, you didn't interpret. What, you're all Pocho, you don't want to speak Spanish today? Like, no, Ernesto Amador was there today at the press conference to be the translator. Yeah. That's his job, and that's it. So, and also, like, they can't afford me to translate. That's another thing. They can't afford enough. They didn't have enough Barrelitos to have me translate. So, cheers to everybody there. Yeah, it's a hard job to do, and especially in the ring because you can't hear. And then, especially the South American fighters, as soon as the adrenaline's on, and then it's stopped. Oh,
there we go.
There we go.
It's a mini. It's a mini.
Oh, look.
It's a mini model.
It's a Jeremiah model.
It's a Jeremiah size. Jeremiah Modelo.
Yeah. And one of the worst things to do with an interpreter is end up on YouTube because,
Yeah.
well, I mean, go back to Chavez.
Yeah.
Right? Chavez with his interpreter, right? Cesar Chavez. And then the whole, like, eres un fuck you. All that
Eres
stuff,
un
right?
fuck.
You forget about things. You just get going. So,
Well, that's where knowing not only the language, but knowing it's not just Spanish. It's also knowing from Mexico, Puerto Rico, Venezuela. Sometimes one word for us doesn't mean the same for them. And if you remember that fight it was with Oscar, the second fight in the dressing room, the interpreter in English, it was asked, "You've made many of your opponents quit. Tonight, you quit." So when it went to Spanish and they asked Julio, "You've made a lot of your opponents rajarse, y hoy te rajaste tú." Julio lost it, and Julio was going to beat both of them because for Mexicans, rajar, it's a very strong. It's a very strong.
It's a
word.
strong meaning. It's a strong meaning.
Degrading.
It's about pride.
It's about pride. So in that sense, it wasn't that the interpreter said it wrong. He just said it the wrong way.
Yeah.
Because yes, you did quit. However, was a corner that threw in the towel, or you didn't get up and continue. But using the word rajar for a Mexican, or I think for anybody in general, the word could have been softened by, say, la esquina o se rindieron. Porque,
No quiso continuar.
yeah, it's almost like tiraron la toalla, se rindieron, no quisiste, no continuaste. And then he would have said, yeah, it was my corner, this and that. Pero when they said, te rajaste, that's like saying...
Hey, can you translate the...
We need a translation for that.
Yeah. And for all of you saying at home, I can translate better. Bull, because as soon as you get in the ring and as soon as the camera's in front of you, as soon as the lights are in front of you, you guys are going to go from, yo no sabo too. You're going to be a yo no sabo
Sabo.
kid too. You're going to remember that you got to be in Spanish. Remember, son frenos, no son brecas.
Yeah.
Es un refresco, not una soda. So all of you can say, I can translate. No, you can't. Ni empiecen.
Yo no Nintendo.
Yeah, no Nintendo, all that, and then all of a sudden there's a microphone, and you think everybody thinks they can do a podcast. Okay, you don't digo nada.
Look. I don't know, but right now I was reading one of the comments. Antonio just barely came in. Right now he barely came in, and he's asking, "Do you guys know what happened to Razo in there? We talk about it?
We talked about it 38 minutes ago. Thanks, Antonio. And you guys wonder why Antonio's not on the show. Exactly. See, we're reunited right here. Look at us right here. We're in Anaheim. You were in Southern California. We're all over the place. We got cameras. We have a bandit. We have lights. We have mic.
We have a bandit. We have barrilitos.
We have barrilitos.
We have Pacificos.
Yeah,
we got modelos.
Whatever you want.
We have mini purses. Everything.
Yeah, and we got Luis in the back
Look at
working about everything. Like somebody's working here. And what does Antonio have?
Nothing.
Half of an iPad. This is what's going on.
And he's asking, does anybody know what happened to Razo?
Yeah. This is and this is free entertainment for you guys, people. Yeah. This is it. We keep on going. Thursday is every single Thursday for you guys. We have fun with it, and also subscribe on iTunes and YouTube, all that other stuff. Bring Toño on. Why do we want to bring Toño on? We're having a good conversation. Buena plática.
Yeah, that's true.
Every week. Yeah, exactly. We don't need Toño right now. Roberto, when you were at the weigh-in, not the weigh-in, the press conference today, Munguia, the dude is big. Like, I didn't realize he's that tall, and he's gonna fight at 160, right? Mm-hmm. So,
correct.
This is a kid who, but I saw him, and he is so locked in. When did you first see him?
I saw him prior to winning the title against Saddam. I saw him against Paul Valenzuela, who coincidentally is on the card.
Oh,
yeah. I saw him against Paul Valenzuela, fight in Mexico. I don't remember if he was dropped or hurt, and then he got up and stopped Paul. But I've seen an amazing improvement. I've been telling, in fact, I told Eric Morales after the last fight, that was the last fight, was the first time I saw Munguia Jaime having fun. He was bending a lot more, making his opponent miss, jabbing. But when I say having fun, not everything. He wasn't tense and he wasn't trying to load up with every punch, but he was like, tapping, ta ta, and then boom, coming in with the punches. So enjoying himself in the ring. And when a fighter starts enjoying himself in the ring, it comes with experience. It comes through, okay, now I understand. Okay, all right, I see what he's saying. I see what he means by do this, do that. And when things start fluctuating like you've been told and you've been learning, that's when you start having fun. You're relaxed in there, not tense. A relaxed fighter doesn't get as tired, controls everything, and has fun.
You're going to see that. That's going to be a good fight Saturday. Question for you, Roberto. Franchon, when is she going to fight?
We are not promoting Franchon. We've decided, amicably to part ways, and we wish her all the best. She's a hell of a fighter, a hell of a woman, and a hell of an entertainer.
Okay. Will the Belasco series return?
I hope so. I mean, I get a lot of emails on that, and the fans always supported it. You saw some young fighters come out of there, and look where they are today. Yes, I hope that we go back to that soon, because that's a fun place, a fun series, and close to home.
There it is. That's Roberto Diaz. There was another question earlier. Where did Michelada name come from?
It's funny because I love Michelada. So one day it's like, hey, you know what? Michelada time. I love it more, especially on the hot days, than just a regular cold beer. I mean, I'll have 1 or 2, 3 Micheladas, and then I'll just go to the beer or go to the wine. But the Micheladas is because of my love for Micheladas.
There it is. Quite another question. Is Azat still with Golden Boy?
Absolutely. Azat is. In fact, we go to a purse bid tomorrow. Haven't been able to negotiate with his opponent, Alim, for the world title eliminator to become mandatory to the world champion. So tomorrow we'll have a purse bid, and he'll be fighting soon. He was willing and able because he's always training. He's always in the gym. He's always ready to go. He was willing to step in as early as November 27th against Alim, but we couldn't come to a deal. So now we go to purse bid tomorrow morning.
All right. December 18th card. Who else will be on it? Man, you guys are greedy right away. They already gave you 3 names. You're going to have Senisa Marlan in the main event, Sudal against Unieski. Okay, who else is on it? Who do you guys want? Everybody.
Lamont Roach Jr. against former world champion Rene Alvarado. This is you got a young, hungry contender that wants to get right back into the world title mix, and you have a former world champion that knows that another defeat, it's over, and a win over a young contender, he's back in the title mix. So you got youth against experience. You got the young against the, I'm not going to say old, but the veteran, and you have a fight where they both come forward. Right. So it's not somebody you're going to have to go look for anybody. They're going to find each other right in the center of the ring. I'm excited about that fight. Renee's been in there with Gancio, Jojo, Roger, Eric Hunter. He's been in there with everybody.
Even though Rene's lost his last 2 fights, I still don't want to fight that guy. He's just tough as nails.
And his back's against the wall. And Lamont's a hungry young man. Recently, had his first son, and he knows what he has to do. He learned from a mistake. So I'm really looking forward to that. They're fighting for a vacant NABA title and also for a position to get back into that world title mix. All
right, Oscar Duarte. Isn't that your guy?
No, Oscar Duarte is now in Mexico.
Oh, he's in Mexico now?
I think he was training with Eric Morales now.
He went over to Mexico. He's training with Eric Morales. He's had his first fight with Eric recently in Cancun. He won on a 7th round stoppage. And we'll see what next year. At that point, it's going to be like, okay, it's big fights now.
Okay. Hector Tanajara, who last was stopped by Cameron Cepeda.
Hector Tanajara's contract ran out prior to the fight, his last fight with July. We tried to negotiate. We couldn't come to an agreement. So that was his last fight. We wish him well. And I foresee in the future possibly fighting. We have a great relationship with him and his team.
Hector Valdez, kid out of Dallas.
Yes, Hector Valdez is training. He's in the gym. He was scheduled for the August 14th. I believe it was an injury or he got sick. So we have to reschedule him for the next one. I'm working on that to get him hopefully in December, if not in the January card.
All right, all right.
How about Roger? Where does Roger stand? He's still a champion, right?
Roger Gutierrez?
Yeah, the kid from Venezuela that beat Alvarado.
Yes, so he's the world champion. When the WBA decided to eliminate the belts and reduce belts, which I take him for that as a fan, Roger Gutierrez was ordered to fight Chris Colbert, the interim world champion. So that's a way of reducing titles. So we came to an agreement. That fight is most likely going to be in February, and I was told possibly here in LA.
Ooh. What about Eric Morales against Marco Antonio Barrera?
Ooh. That's a tough one, and I'm hoping I can get it done before the next 10 years.
And listen to their podcast because it's all, man, you talk about people that just like will not let it go. Their podcast is funny because it's just like two viejitos that are just arguing. And even though they had the same exact experience, two different memories. Two different. But it's funny to listen to.
The podcast will be in town on Saturday, Un Round Mas. They'll be attending the fight. In fact, they might be at the weigh-in tomorrow because
nice.
Marco Barrera Jr., my godson, is going to come in and report on it to give them more content and everything. So he is in town, and he'll be attending the weigh-in and the fight on Saturday.
Oh, nice. Joshua Franco.
The world champion. He is the mandatory right now for the winner of Chocolatito and Gallito Estrada's next fight. And
That's great.
With Franco, it's look, that's the fight that he's been wanting. That's the big fight of the division. That's for all the most important fight because that is fighting the number one guy. Whoever comes out of that as the winner is number one. And Joshua, look, he's never backed down from a fight. That's the fight he wants, and that's the fight that's been ordered. So he's just sitting back and waiting, licking his chops, waiting for that fight to happen so that he can know who he's going to fight next.
See, Roberto, when you haven't been here for 2 months and you've been traveling the world and hanging out at everywhere else except for the podcast, people have questions for you. They miss you. They have it. And where else are you going to be able to speak to the actual matchmaker and give you answers, man? We appreciate this for you. Let's see here. What else? Jonathan Navarro,
his contract ran out as well. We couldn't come into agreement with him and his team, so we wished him all the best and hope that, again, like Tanahara, that sometime down the future we can work again.
Okay, and Marco Favela does say it's cool to hear all the stories that Roberto has confirmed on their podcast. So it's they talk it, but Roberto has to be the final authority figure because you're the one that actually remembers it, right? Let's see here. Any new signings coming from the Olympic cycle? I think Golden Boy's trying to get rid of people. They're trying to get rid of me. They're trying to get rid of Razo. They're trying to get rid of Bobby. They're trying to get rid of Luis. Luis, you still have a job? Okay, Luis is good. Luis is good.
He goes, I think so. Because look, we got Bandit here. He's ready to go. He's ready to take on any job right now.
Well, we're looking at some young talent that's coming out. We're looking at some young talent, some that were in the Olympics, some that didn't make it, some that didn't, attend. But we have some eye on especially a trio out there in boxing.
Oh, a trio. Ay, falta un trio. We're going to have a trio here Saturday? We should have a trio. Bandit, go get a trio from like Santa Ana right now. Trio. And un trio right here while we're playing, while we're doing the podcast. They go get un trio. I'm not going to get into Tank against Ryan because Ryan's hurt, so you can't do anything. I know Luis does a great job. Luis, my visual high, he does a great job for Golden Boys Media Entertainment Department. The last one here, first one here, last one gone. When is boxing coming back to Fancy Springs? Whenever Toño decides to put away the pizza and fight, that's when you're going to go back to Fancy Springs.
Toño.
Exactly. Let's see here. What else we got? I think I saw everything. Is that all the questions for Roberto right now with the current fighters? Oh, okay. Jojo, Devin Haney. Dude, how did that happen?
December 4th. Look, that's proof that fights can happen if the fighters want them to happen. And Jojo, when Fortuna had no opponent, raised his hand. And when it came time to Ryan's going to fight, Jojo raised his hand. And when Ryan was injured and had surgery and there was no more fight, Haney, I'll fight Haney. So he's proven it. And you know what? JoJo's serious. JoJo had a baby. JoJo's fighting for legacy, fighting for his family, for his son. We have a fight December 4th. It's going to be a fight.
And Coach, you know JoJo, he's been in camp with you. You come and train a couple of times. It seems like fighters, when they mature, they either get really good or go the other way. It seems like JoJo is locked in right now.
JoJo, I think he matured. Now that he has a baby, he knows he has a responsibility. He's hungry. And when JoJo raises his hand, it's serious business. I've seen him, and it's not going to be easy for Haney. Haney thinks it's going to be an easy fight for him, but it's not because, like I always said, I mean, there's a dog in JoJo, man, and he comes and he brings it, It's not going to be easy for Haney. So it's going to be a great fight. I'm looking forward to that one because JoJo is very, very hard to handle in the ring. I've seen him against a lot of fighters, 2 divisions heavier than him, and believe me, he dominates. He has heart. One thing I can tell you, JoJo has no respect. JoJo has no fear, and he goes in there and he's looking for what he wants. And David Haney is going to be there, right there, looking for him.
And that's going to be a good one. And that's also a proof that when promoters want to work together to get things done, you can actually have it. So all you people think, okay, here's my soapbox. Bandit, por favor, otro barrito, amigo. Por favor. I'm going to go on my soapbox right here.
History shows that at Golden Boy, we worked with Top Rank. I mean, recently Joel against Navarrete. We worked with Matchroom in the past. We got 2 world title fights next weekend against Matchroom. McWilliams Arroyo against Julio Cesar Martinez. We have Jason Quigley against Demetrius Andrade on the December 4th. Obviously, Haney against Diaz. We've worked with everybody. Main events, PBC, Top Rank, Don King. I mean,
well,
it's easier to say who have we not worked with than who have we worked with because it's very few that we haven't. And you know what? If the fights make sense, the fighters want it, the fans want it, the fights can be done.
It's all for the fans, man. I mean, working together, promoters working with each other and making the best fights happen, that makes history. We've seen it many, many years because that's the way it's supposed to be. Good fighters are supposed to fight the good fighters and make the best fights out of them.
And when are we gonna get Toño against anybody?
Nah, man, I'm gonna have to go to the funeral home and find a cadaver to put Antonio against.
Coach is ready for
right
this.
now. He's mad at me because I made some shirts the other day, and I had my brother Artie wear a shirt, and Artie's fit. He's fitted, and Antonio goes, "Hey, can I get a shirt?" He goes, "They look good." I go, "Yeah, they look good on him, but they're not gonna look good on you." I go, "Don't think that they're gonna look like that on you." And he got mad.
Like Razo says, Sai Savana, right? Sai Savana.
For Antonio, I'm gonna have to get a maternity shirt on him for him.
Moving on.
Moving on.
Are we gonna see Bivol against Zurdo next year?
Let's ask Bivol that question. I hope so. I think so. Look, Bivol is a class champion, one of the best in the division, very dangerous. We've talked in the past. I have a great relationship with his manager and his team. Zurdo's made it very clear. We thought to the last minute that we were going to get it December 18th, and we worked really hard to get it done. Didn't happen. I'm hoping we can get it done before the summer of next year because that's the fight that it's the most meaningful fight in the division.
Exactly. So Bivol will have a fight in Russia. Zurdo will be December 18th in Texas. San Antonio.
I will be at Bivol's fight December 11th, scouting him out, trying to make him sign the contract. And also, Patrick Teixeira is going to be fighting against one of the top kids in Russia and upsetting him. So there'll be 2 reasons I'll be there.
You're going to Russia in December?
I'm going to have to go to Russia with my hat, my coat, and some vodka.
Wow. December 11th.
December 11th, you're going to Russia. Hi, Robbie. This is...
Right after JoJo's fight, after Jojo wins the WBC belt, then I'll go over to Russia, and then we'll come back to San Antonio, where it's going to be nice and warm.
Hey, can we meet in Uzbekistan?
Oh, you got to fight Uzbekistan?
Yeah, I got Madrimov, Beck, and Shakram fighting in Uzbekistan, so it's close by.
When?
We can meet over there, Roberto, and we can have some
Caviar
pillow.
and vodka.
And some, we can have some pillow and some vodka and some horse meat over there
Vamos.
When is the Uzbeks fighting?
on the 17th,
The 17th.
December 17th.
December. You know what? If I didn't go to San Antonio, I'd go with you to Uzbekistan.
Israel Madrimov is fighting Michael Soro.
Oh, that's a good fight.
Yeah.
I like the French guy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one. So December 17th, you're going to be Uzbek. So for those of you guys wondering about Thursdays, we're taking December off because we're traveling all over. Internacional. Thursdays Internacional. And the rest of you, pónganse a rezar. That's what you guys should be doing in December. Here we go. Roberto, were you in Narco Season 3?
Not in 3. You know what? To be honest, I came very excited from Vegas. Turned it on. I was tired. I watched it in 2 days. That's the biggest disappointment. I didn't like number 3.
No. The question is, were you in it?
No, because I didn't like it, so I wouldn't be
He
in
didn't
it.
like it. He didn't like it.
Oh man. All right, so we got all kinds of stuff right here. We got all. Let's see here. All right, a couple more questions because I got more Barrilitos to finish, and I'm supposed to go home. But I don't know. I'm supposed to play golf tomorrow, but I don't know. I think this might be one of those.
You play golf. I've seen you play golf when you're all hammered.
Yeah.
And I got videos.
Yeah, and
You want me to show 'em?
Oh, I got plenty of it.
I got plenty of videos.
Yeah, I might do that tomorrow too. Because I'm playing for money tomorrow, so I might get loaded tonight.
For money, but you play for $20.
No, tomorrow I'm playing with my friends who don't know I play anymore. So they're like guys all like, hey, they all saw me. They're like, your Instagram, yeah, come play. Because on my Instagram, I'm stupid, right? But when I actually play, when I lock in, as Tonio will say, when I'm on,
When I'm
coach.
on, I'm on,
When
yeah.
I'm on. I'm ready to
Are you
go.
going to do heavy
Gradually.
or no?
No,
Gradually.
tomorrow I'm actually going to play right.
Gradually.
Gradually, yeah.
Hey, Roberto, did we tell you what happened at the last Thompson show?
No.
Oh, okay. Hey, thanks a lot to Jeanette Gonzalez again for giving us the Thompson boxing shirts. Don't worry, towels. So the last Thompson show, Coach and Toño have a good kid out of their gym. What's his name?
Lázaro Vargas.
Lázaro Vargas. So Jessica Rosales is interviewing him, and he says in the middle of the interview, Roberto, and I couldn't stop laughing. Oh, it's a good fight. Good luck. Little by little, I was doing this. I'm like, little by little.
Antonio trains him, right?
Yes.
So he's telling him what to say también.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Little by little.
And then, so Jessica Rosales gives it back to me on the broadcast, and I am laughing. I can't stop laughing. And Jessica,
Nobody knows why, really.
Nobody knows.
why.
And then Jessica's like, usually you're professional and you're fine. What happened to you? I'm like, Toño. Because little by little, he's been telling me.
Little.
And gradually, there it is. Who's singing the national anthem on Saturday? I don't know. That's a question for Carlita.
Okay.
Oh, you know?
So, it's a big surprise on Saturday. It's not a national anthem. It'll be the walk outside for Munguia. Tune in and watch.
The walkout for Munguia?
Yeah, the national anthem last weekend. I'd like to hear from the fans. Did they like it?
Yeah, I mean, people were surprised that it was Fer from Maná.
Oh, yeah, that was cool.
That was really crazy, something a little different, Canelo.
Oh, yeah, we got to talk about
Canelo
that.
pops up with different, with different surprises, and believe me, people.
you saw that in Miami?
Oh yeah, people were surprised. I mean, believe me, when I was in Miami with Yildirim, and that was crazy.
No, I forgot. Okay, let's talk about Canelo last week. So I'm watching the fight, and because I was at work, I wasn't drinking yet. And I finally get to watch the fight, and I look up, and my sister's like, Beto, my sister Gloria, who you met her once, and she still thinks you're going to train her because she's an interior designer, because interior designers need to fight all the time. Gloria's fantastic. She's awesome. And we're watching the fight. She's like, Beto, is that your co-host from the podcast in the corner? I'm like, nah, Coach is in India. No, look at him. The Diaz. He's in the corner. He's with Maná. I'm like, what?
I was there?
No, this guy, Roberto
Roberto.
Diaz, he's sitting behind Fer from Maná, and you guys are having a full-on conversation. So I texted.
He was?
Yeah, I texted Roberto. Hey, me saludos a
Yeah,
Fer.
you did.
Right away, he writes back, claro que sí. And my sister's like, what? You really know? I'm like, yeah. What was going on, Robbie?
No, it was cool because, he sat down and right away, the fight starts. And after all those years of working together and stuff, so the natural comes out, feint and look for the uppercut and jab and el volado de derecha. And, after a couple rounds, Fed was quiet, but after a couple rounds, I heard him go, finta, el volado de derecha, mírale López. And I'm like, okay, now I can rest because he's saying everything. So he got really into it. He was really pumped, excited. He kept turning around. Hey, how's he doing? And he had a lot of fun, man. He had a lot of fun. I introduced him to the gentleman who sang the national anthem. And he was like, hey, great job, because he was behind me. Pique Romero, who was nominated for a Latin Grammy, did a tremendous job on last Saturday night. They started talking, and they, obviously Pique congratulated him, but Fed congratulated him on the job well done. So it was really cool to be right there. And then I had the Charlo brothers, Spence and Lara, all in that circle. So it was good to see these fighters I hadn't seen in a long time, these old friends.
Do you know Fed?
I didn't know him like, oh, you remember me or anything, but obviously he had played at a Canelo event before, at a private event, and I had been at one of the private concerts that he had for some friends in Mexico City, and I actually know more El Baterista Alex than I do Fed, but when we hit it off right there, it was really cool.
Yeah, it's he went to a Laker game one time, and he was there front row, and he didn't know much was going on. And I went to him, hey, how you doing? ¿Cómo estás? Yeah, they were there, and I'm like, hey, and he's like, hey, ¿cuál es el Kobe? And I'm like, the guy who's standing next to you. Like,
Yeah, that's cool.
Kobe's like like Kobe was like this, and they were warming up. He's okay. See. All right, but it was cool. Now, Roberto, you're good friends with El Tri, right? They're your guys.
Well, I've been fans of theirs since I was 14, 15 years old. I mean, they're the oldest rock group in Mexico, probably one of the oldest that are alive anywhere. And I'm just a big fan. And I've gone to so many of their concerts that I just follow them wherever they go when I can.
Okay, all right. So we got a message right now from Anthony Cali, who does, I hope you're saying your name right, the tickets for Golden Boy. Don't ask him for tickets, by the way. Don't. So he came in here and said that he's going to give away 2 tickets for Saturday. And I'm over here telling you people that there's no tickets available. So Anthony found 2. I don't know where the tickets are at. I don't know if they're good or whatever, but they're going to be free. So you're going to be able to have 2 tickets for Thursday's listeners. And here's what we're going to do. Anthony said, let's do it on Instagram. I'll let him know. Let's do it this way. Anthony is going to text me a number between 1 to 100. Okay? 1 to 100. And leave the comment right here on the comment section. And if you hit the right number, I'll say you won. And he's going to text me the numbers. So Anthony, text me the number 1 to 100. And the first person to come up with that number wins 2 tickets for Saturday. But only if you can go. Don't be that guy that wins and then it's like, oh, I'm in Texas. I'm not going to be here. No, don't be like that. And the tickets are non-transferable either. So 1 to 100. Anthony's going to send me a number, and then as soon as he sends me the number, I'll tell you to go. So I'll let you know when to go. Marco Favela, fool, you drink, you live in Las Vegas, Marco. You're not coming to the fight.
I got a question.
Monday.
Can we participate? Because we need
Hey, I'll participate too. I'll put my number in.
All right, here we go. Anthony from Golden Boy has sent me the number. I have not seen it yet. Not seen it. No, it's still not up there right now. So, and I have it right here, proof that Coach has it. So it's coming through.
How do I send my number?
Hey, make sure you can go to the fight. Don't be that guy that wins and it's like, oh, Beto, know where it is. And shout out to Carlos De La Torre who said, drinking Barrelitos Mexicali beer. That's exactly it, right? Aquí in Mexicali. So we're going to go and appreciate you guys. What number is that, Roberto? That's wrong.
That's wrong.
I haven't seen it.
13.
13? No. There's only 12 answers. 12 rounds.
No,
The Bandit?
you said from 1 to 100.
Yeah,
1
he
to
said-
100, and
yeah.
we still haven't gotten it yet. So we have
What is it,
13,
13?
68, 79, 79, 23,
23.
1. Ooh, one's a
1.
good guess. Oh, okay.
76.
Pablo, Sonteo,
9.
Francisco.
24.
This is like when the lottery
17.
comes out. Amanda Alvarado. And make sure you can
45.
go, Amanda. 12. Alex.
77. 12.
12. See? No,
84.
nobody's guessing Roswell's high school football number. That's wrong.
Hey, Mora Graciano, that guy right there, that's Antonio's compadre.
See? Antonio didn't even give him.
Antonio didn't even give him a ticket, dude.
Yeah.
Hey, Graciano, René, tu compa tiene que darte un boleto.
We still haven't gotten the number. They still haven't gotten the number, Coach. There it is right. Oh, where it is.
Where's the number at?
We
I
still
gotta
haven't
see
gotten
how
the
do
number.
I send the number first.
That's my number.
Right there. Hey, there it is. We got a winner. Sonteo Media.
We got a
right
number.
There, there's the winner. Sonteo Media coming through.
Sontel Media, 21.
21. Sonteo
Right here.
Media. And there it is. It is
21.
actually here. You can see it. Wait, actually, the
Hey,
camera.
but Sontero Media is not in LA. They can't make it. Can they give them up to somebody else?
Sonteo Media. Oh, yeah, if you're not. Sonteo Media, do me a favor. DM the Thursdays Instagram account. And we'll get your information. So congratulations. Thanks to Anthony Kelly for hooking up 2 tickets. Once again, I don't know where they're at, so don't complain that you don't be that guy either, too, where it's like, oh, they're right here. They're in. They're free. Let's go. So congratulations to the
They're in.
Sonteo
That's the
Media.
important thing. They're in the venue. The ambience is going to be out of this world, and the fights are going to be fun. Get there early, Sontero Media, because you're going to enjoy some fights from start to finish.
All right, he's in San Diego,
fights.
so they're perfect. You can come out and see
Yeah.
the kid from San Diego, Jorge Chavez. There it is. Marco Favela, hide the number on my phone. Everybody has my phone number. It's 310-630-72. Figure out the rest. It's not that hard. I give everybody my phone number. Don't worry
Yeah.
about it. There it is. Marco 311. I can make it. Who cares? You're too busy cheering on your Tampa Bay Buccaneers. All right, so 43 a minute in. All right, should we do it?
Do what?
Right. You got 2 minutes. Toño, 2 minutes to get on the show. And the countdown starts. 2 minutes,
minutes?
Toño.
2 minutes.
Yep.
Come on. Look
Oh,
at
Bandit,
Bandit.
don't give
Bandit. It's
Hey,
already.
Bandit, let me take your tickets off of the list.
Bandit, we're taking your tickets off the list, bro.
Bandit had tickets for today, but
Hey, we're taking them off the list now.
There it is. Let me see. Is Jeremiah going to show up? Oh, I'm at Target.
Who's
What?
that?
Jeremiah.
Who's it?
He's at Target. Oh, forget it. Forget it. Oh, there it is. All right. Now, Roberto, let me ask you a couple questions before we get going and be gone as we're ready to go. Okay. How many fighters does Golden Boy actually have under contract that you guys deal with?
45.
That's it, really?
Well, I mean, that's a lot, but that.
Oh, is that a lot?
It is. It is. When you figure that you get about 8 to 10 fighters per card, and you try to get a couple that are not even signed on the card, like Jorge Chavez, who eventually, he does his thing, I'll do mine, and eventually could turn into a Golden Boy fighter. But you try to get even fighters that are not yours, opportunities on cards to see talent that you haven't seen before up and close and with the potential signing. But yeah, we got about 45 fighters right now.
Wow. Okay. So I thought that was little, but that is a lot. Oh, here it comes. Here it is with 30 seconds to go. We are reunited. We're having a good time. It's the one, the only,
The star.
the star.
The star. The real one.
Hey, now that I don't see Coach Joel, is that Joel with a mask of Antonio? Because I don't see Joel now. It's like Clark Kent and Superman.
Yeah, Coach did not want to share the spotlight with this young man right here.
Oh,
Toño,
man, what a hater.
how are you
what a
doing?
hater. I'm doing good, Beto. Robert, how are you?
Toño, why you sound so sad?
Ah,
Why you sound sad, Toño?
I'm not sad. I'm happy.
Why are you happy?
Because I'm watching the show for the first time in 17 weeks.
First time in 17 weeks.
Exagerado. You were on a couple weeks ago.
It seems like it's been that long since you had the last show.
Yeah, it's been so long you don't know how to use the iPad, bro. Why are you shaking?
And I was,
He's nervous,
I have
he's
it in my
nervous.
hand as well.
Hey,
I
Tonyo,
have it in my hand
look at
as
this.
well.
Look at this.
Yes, sir.
Tonyo, you're gonna make people get on. It's the Blair Witch Project over here, Tonyo. What are
And
you
the Blair
doing?
Witch Project.
Here.
Now look
Right
at
here. Ahí saca.
Oh, he got a shirt.
Wait, you did get the shirt.
He did get the shirt. It's size Savannah.
Hey, they don't give them to me. I just take them.
And it's long sleeve, Tonyo. It must be cold in Coachella.
Tonyo, it was cold here today. In the press conference, I feel cold. I had to wear a sweater. It was like 90 degrees.
I know. I saw Razo and Beto saying, "Oh my God, why'd you have to do it out here at 90 degrees, 91 degrees? 91 degrees is cold for us."
That's cold for us.
Yes.
Yeah, it's cold for us. I was cold out there.
Tonyo, okay. Stop, Tonyo, stop. It's like your first day using your phone or what?
Let me move.
Look at this.
Hold on.
This is terrible.
Mono.
Look at this.
Terrible.
And you want him to fight again?
Hey, Roberto, this is your guy. This is tu gallo.
Toño,
Ahí
por
está.
favor, settle down. Me estás
Settle down.
Ahí estamos.
Okay, now Tonyo,
Ahí estamos.
explain
Yes,
to Roberto the last time we had a show, what happened to Razo.
Well, we were in the show, and then we hear a putazo. Bam!
We hear a what?
Something, a big old slam.
Un putazo, it's okay to say it. You can say putazo. Who's going to fire us? Apuro?
We hear a putazo.
Yeah, we heard a big old bang. And Razo like, whoa! He like turns around like, whoa! He looks back, and then you hear the sirens, the cops or whatever it was. And then Razo goes, "I'll be back," and boom, he just booked it, and that's cool. No
He
more
booked
acting.
it.
And he never came back.
He never came back.
See, Roberto, you know that feeling, right? Razo never to come back sometimes.
in 2 weeks' time, first there was a shooting and then there was a putazo.
And then there was a putazo.
No, for real. No, yeah.
What's going on in that backyard?
No.
What's going on?
And then there was a
I don't know,
putazo.
No, it was funny because we're in the show, in the middle of the show, and now suddenly we just hear a boom, and then Razo goes like this, like he turns around, and then he's like looking around, and then all of a sudden you hear the sirens, and he goes, "Hey guys, I'll be back," and boom, he just booked it, bam.
Hey, I like his Razo impersonation. Hey guys, hey guys.
Espérate, carnal.
Pero
Espérate, carnal,
check
no
this out.
more.
And I think only Joel will understand this. Besides you, Beto, we'll fill you in. As you're telling the story,
Yes.
I'm gonna tell it without saying a word, and you guys tell me who I'm impersonating. Okay, here I go.
That's Díaz Espinosa. That's Díaz Espinosa. That's Díaz Espinosa right there.
No, you forgot that. Ah,
That's Díaz Espinosa right there.
Pero
Ping, ping.
Antonio was
The
doing
real
it.
star.
Antonio was doing it. Antonio said, no, we're in the middle of the
Oh, hey, I'm sorry. We have to interrupt.
Hey, we have to interrupt.
The real
The
star.
real star of the
Hello.
show.
Hey, all right, ready? And now, everybody, we have to go because we have the real star of the show.
The real star of the show.
Jeremiah Gallegos.
there he is.
We got the Hall of Famer right here.
Hey, Roberto.
West Coast Hall of
Hey,
Fame.
Roberto. Hey, you guys show the gift.
Oh, okay. So, see, first of all, this is Jeremiah Gallegos, everybody. We appreciate him. It's all
man.
good to go. We have him here.
Breathing heavy.
Yeah, you're drinking heavy. We're good to have you here.
You're breathing-
For sure. Hi, welcome.
Welcome, Jeremiah.
Welcome. I know you just got off the plane and you wanted, you had to go to Target. Get the alcohol away from you. You don't drink.
No, it says 0-0, guys. I don't drink.
But look at Roberto's here.
Roberto.
All right. So Roberto said he has a little gift for you.
Ándale. Hola, let me see that. It's tiny.
That's tiny. That's tiny.
Oh, my God.
Hey,
That's
is
from
it
the bow
Gucci?
tie.
Is it Gucci?
Gucci lunchbox.
Underwear.
It's not a purse. They keep saying it's a purse. It's a lunchbox.
Oh, it's a lunchbox.
I love that. Thank you.
Hey, can we put a mini burrito in it?
Oh, I just saw the real star right now.
Oh,
wow.
The real star.
I A real star recognizes the real star.
On the way. A real star recognizes the real
See
star.
that?
See this?
So Jeremiah.
Hey, cut him off.
You notice something on Jeremiah right now that's different.
What?
He's not wearing that little star hat anymore.
Oh.
Hey, I'm sorry about your
Hey, but he's wearing the ring. Look.
Oh, it's not the Astros ring.
On, dude.
I know Oscar would appreciate this ring though.
It's a Houston Dynamo ring. We just want to get Jeremiah here. So Jeremiah, you're working the fights this weekend?
Yeah. This weekend it's gonna be a heck of a show. Munguia in Rosado, and I know it's they had to bring tickets in the 400 section.
Oh, we
so-
gave some away right now. We gave some
Oh,
away.
really?
Now, most importantly though, what color is your little tuxedo?
Man, that's I can't tell you that.
It's a surprise.
It's a surprise.
On the way.
I was gonna bring my Golden Globe tuxedo, but
Okay.
I got hated on for that.
I got hated on.
Why do you have to say little tuxedo?
And exactly.
Yeah. Thank you, Tonio.
Can't you just say what color is your tuxedo?
Tonyo, I agree with you. I mean, I like Beto, but today
Hey, why does he, every time he says it, why does he go like,
Little this, little that.
Because Jeremiah knows that he has a little tuxedo.
Let's see. So a lot of people don't know my actual height. So I'm gonna
stand
you-
up.
All right, the joke would have been I'm standing already.
And that's what we love you.
So like I'm 5'2".
I love Jeremiah. Jeremiah's the best, man.
5'2".
I'm glad you're here when you told me you're coming. So Jeremiah guy goes.
He barely hit the mark for the rights, so he's good.
Yeah.
So I'm good. I wear 3-inch lifts.
Okay.
3 lips.
Hey, Prince. I got to see Prince back in '93, and I did not know he was only 4'10".
Stop it.
He's 4'10".
So you're actually taller than somebody?
He got you. All right, you see that? What you get?
That's your gallo.
And that's your
That's
guy.
your gallo.
And that's your star.
You know what?
We're gallos, hey.
you are no
know-
longer the
The
star.
real star here.
That's the real
the real
star.
star right here.
The real star. All right. Here you go, Jeremiah. All right, let's get the introduction right here. Tonyo, watch this.
Watch this, Tonyo.
Introduce the new star, please.
Wait.
Oh, I gotta get close.
Oh, no.
This
We
is the blue.
Oh,
This is-
yeah, I don't mess around.
Oh, dude, we don't mess
We
around.
don't mess around. Go for it.
Ladies and gentlemen, here from Anaheim, California, USA, introducing to you one hell of a trainer, one hell of a coach. He's known as Coach Joel Diaz. Not junior, but senior, right here. Live on Thursday, Diaz, the real star.
Tonyo, you're done.
That's it. That's
Okay,
it.
that's it. Show's over. Let me see. 117. I'm going to make my promo.
The star of Thursday.
I was just waiting for this to finish.
The real star.
Yeah.
The real star. Nay, not junior, but senior.
Hey, I'll wait for him to finish because he didn't mention like the real star in the beginning, but at the end he had to say the real star.
I had to.
Tonyo,
Come on, Jeremiah.
it was nice seeing you. It was nice knowing you. It was a good run as being the real star, but your resignation will be
still-
accepted.
Nope. I'm still the real star, bro.
Do you still have your iPad?
It's charged. It's fully charged.
But he's using his phone.
Ah.
No. It's my iPad. I'm using my iPad.
All right.
Dale.
All right, Tonyo, Roberto, appreciate you guys coming on. Another fun edition of Thursdays. Let me go cut that promo. We had the promo for the real star, Joel Diaz. Tonyo. Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, this is where I normally let you tell your thank yous and your shout outs to everybody. But
I'm
sorry,
done.
Tonyo,
I'm done.
today, good night, Tonyo. Bye.
Good night,
Adios.
guys. Peace.
Adios.
Good night, guys. I'll see you at the weigh-in.
Good night, Roberto. See you.
Roberto. All right, we're gonna keep it going here for a couple minutes here because Jeremiah's here, so I want to take advantage of you being here with us right now.
Let's do it.
Saludos,
The real
Ricky.
voice.
The real voice.
I don't know, man. I'm just here trying to pay the bills and announce boxing.
He's just a scorer trying to score a nut.
Hey, I'm good with that.
Okay, now I want to do this. Can I do this in front of everybody?
In front of everybody.
Oh man, that's just
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome
Oh,
to the
God, I
main
just-
event.
That's nice.
It's Thursday, and you already know what that means.
Right?
Plenty of laughs, the subject
this is the third
discussions,
time
and
I've
of
actually
course,
listened.
real boxing talk.
Come on.
So pop open a cold one or vino.
That's it right there. That's the voice of Jeremiah Gallegos. He'll be the ring announcer for this weekend live on DAZN. Also, go on the boys' Facebook page. We start at 3 o'clock. It'll be pretty cool. You'll see that 4 fights for you on Golden Boy. Tito Costa, ¿dónde está Tito Costa? Tito's watching, pero no vino.
Tito.
Man.
Esperábamos tenerlo aquí para que tuviera un minuto aquí en el podcast.
No. But Jeremiah, real quick though, on all seriousness, big fan of yours, good friends, and you're
Big fan of yours too, brother.
good host, and we mess with you because we love you,
Oh,
and
thank
also
you.
because
It's all
Jeremiah
good.
also said it's okay, you can mess with me. I've heard it my entire life. Anything you tell me is nothing new.
I'm
And
gonna-
basically, you guys are a team compared to everybody
That's
else.
called sense of humor. Good sense of
Yeah.
humor.
So the worst thing that's ever happened to me in my life, that I said, you know what, it is what it is. I'm just gonna laugh along with it. My freshman year of high school, this big old dude, they called him Debo, and he looked like a Debo.
Uh-huh.
He threw me in the locker room and locked it. True story. But the thing is, I laughed about it because I was able to fit in the locker. And I didn't get to go to math class, so I was like, that's cool.
You know what? One thing that it relates is like a lot of people think that I get mad because people. I mean, if you say something about my eye or something, people think I get. I take it as yesterday. I'm driving home from the gym, and somebody honks at me, right? And I get that a lot because everybody knows my truck. Everybody in town knows my truck, right?
Is it the big blue one?
The big, yeah, exactly.
Was that the one they tried to make you get in?
No, he got in it.
It took me a while.
He got in it. So as I'm driving home, this guy honks at me, right? But I'm looking around. I don't see people honk at me once in a while because they know my truck. And right away, phone call. Hey, dude, what's up? Hey, what's happening? One of my friends. He goes, I saw you pass by and you didn't even notice me. I go, dude, I got one eye and I have it on the road. You know what I mean? And he starts laughing. He goes, I go, dude, I got one eye and I have my eye on the road.
Yeah.
You know, if I had two, I have one on the road and one on you, but I only have one, dude. Come on.
He
Yeah.
said, I have my eye on the road.
Literally.
Literally.
Pun intended.
Exactly.
Coach, can you see out of that right eye?
No.
At all?
At all.
At
Yeah.
all?
At all.
I thought you had some kind of vision. Nothing.
No, nothing.
Oh my God.
That's why when somebody honks at me, I'm not going to turn. I got my eye literally on the road, bro.
Yeah, we don't want you turning.
Right?
No, I get you because I have Bell's palsy and this
Yeah.
eye gets
Yeah.
really small.
The day I gave you a ride from Fantasy Springs to the hotel,
Yeah.
I had one eye on the road. I wanted to make sure you made it to the room.
And I was on the right side of the road, and when he noticed me, he was like, "Hey, Jeremiah!" It's
Yes.
like
I
he
had
saw me
I had
walking,
one eye on him.
walking in the desert in the hot 118-degree weather in Palm Springs with my tuxedo.
The little
And I
And he
see-
had a tuxedo. You know what happened? It was that when we had the weigh-ins at the over there by the bar.
Yeah.
At
Oh,
Fantasy,
okay.
by the bowling alley.
Yeah, yeah.
And then he was staying at
the other hotel,
At
that's
the other
right.
hotel. And after the weigh-ins were over, I was going to the gym. And as I'm driving out, I see Jeremiah walking to a hotel. And I go, "Hey, you want to ride?" And he looks at my truck and like,
Now, for real, I was like,
yeah.
There it is. So
Ya
Jeremiah.
un saludo a mi amigo Juan Carlos Delegado Wear. Hey,
Hey.
unos pinches trajes chingones, camisetas, banners, lo que quieran. El amigo Juan Carlos es chingón para eso. Oh, that guy, hey, he did all the uniforms for Camarón and all these guys. ¿Qué más, cabrón? Gabe Rosado.
"Hey."
There it is. Legado wear.
Hace tangas especiales. Que quiere una pinche tanga con un logo.
Oh.
Versace también, ande, güey.
Versace for the guy in Houston, where it is.
Hey.
So Jeremiah Gallegos. Okay, here's the last question before we get you going because I know you're tired and you just flew in. When you announce a fight, like, what do you drink? I drink tea. When you're at what do you drink?
I drink cold water. It's the weirdest
Really?
thing. Yeah.
That's the worst thing.
Yeah. So right now, I eventually, when everything is like kind of calms down during the holidays, I'm gonna probably have some minor surgery. So I have a esophageal stricture. You know what that is? So when you use your voice too much, it starts narrowing in, and that's why I breathe heavy because that's why I'm trying to get all the oxygen in, and I'm not able to. So, but the cold water for some reason kind of relaxes it all.
Interesting. All right.
So,
see?
but yeah, that's what I like. Green tea as well, and water.
So for all of you who think you could be a ring announcer, you can't. You know, I'm the ultimate tell you can't do it. So if you think you'd be an interpreter, no, you can't. All you say, I could be a ring announcer, yeah, until you go,
Yeah.
right?
You know what? I'm gonna tell you something. I remember when they started doing the auditions for the announcers for Golden Boy, and they had a bunch of people,
Yeah.
And when I saw that they had him, I go, man, small guy with such a strong voice. Honestly, I was amazed. My wife and I, we talk about it like, man, I didn't know who you were at the time, but when they were doing the audition to get an announcer for Golden Boy, and I see Jeremiah, like, man, this is a small guy. I mean, but his voice is pretty strong. And when they kept him, I go, man, hey, that's great.
Yeah, it's been a great ride since 2018, and I just met all kinds of great people.
I still remember Jojo Diaz-Five. They did the weigh-ins at the Golden Boy office.
Yes, I remember that. Yes, I remember that. That was a very first show, Facebook Watch.
See that?
Okay.
I still remember.
Why'd you get all emotional right now?
Cause man, it's been a great ride, man. It's been a great ride. It's been fun.
I remember that, and you were like, took a breath, man.
Yeah.
I remember you showed up, and I was like, all right.
I'm telling you, I remember him because when they did the audition, I remember his first shows was right there. They did the weigh-ins at the Golden Boy office.
Oh yeah, because the fights were in Hollywood.
At the Avalon.
That's why I told Jeremiah after a couple fights, I'm like, I didn't talk to you in the beginning because
I thought he didn't like me. I'm not gonna lie. I thought he was an asshole.
Yeah, because
I still think he is, but he's not.
I tell you, I am. But I didn't talk to him because every 2 fights there's a brand new ring announcer. They're always recycling. And then once he was around, and I'm like, okay, I see from a distance. I'm like, this guy works hard. This is that. And I told him one time, I was like, Jeremiah, they're not gonna like you. Yeah. You're gonna get fired. So just be yourself. Have fun. At the end of the day, be yourself. Have fun and get after it, man. That's why I'm happy for you. Every time we get to have a fight with you, I'm like, heck yeah. I always text you. All right, am I going to see you here? Because you'll post. And the thing is, Jeremiah is always fantastic. He has all this great social media posts. I'm like, damn, bro, how do you have time? Like,
it's just like you. I'm learning from you because all your posts are like, man.
Pura mentira.
It's good content. It's quality. It's inspiring and it's fun. It's fun.
It is.
So
I agree with you.
That's what it's about.
Hey, wait. Oh, okay. Was he a fan of Turtle Diaz from the beginning?
The Bandit?
Yeah.
Oh, he's been a fan from day one.
And now he's your...
No, now he's part of the show.
Okay.
Vente, Bandit.
Introduce him, bro. Come here. Hey, dude.
Because the TJ had...
Dude, come on.
All right, come on, Bandit.
Vente, bro. Hey, this guy right here. He started as a fan of the podcast.
Yeah.
And now look.
Now he's here.
He takes care of us.
Yeah. Right there. So this is the Green Eye Bandit. Cesar Malagon's a big sports fan here around Southern California. I've known him for a while. And the Bandit was always a big supporter of Thursdays, always letting us know. Actually, Leti Ariola sent you a bottle of tequila, Don Ramon, that I still have at the house. That we're not drinking it until we go to the gym and have the fight there.
My gym is coming out.
We know. We've seen it from the beginning.
Seen it from scratch
from the idea to the scratch, like you said.
Hey, Bandit,
still waiting.
You want tickets for Saturday? Do you want them?
Can I still have them?
Yeah.
Can I still have them?
Good job today. I'll get you some tickets for Saturday. I pay you in tickets. Buy at Ace of SoCal. You got cut off. No problem. All right. So everybody who's been watching the show, appreciate you. We missed you for the last month. Go ahead. All of a sudden, you guys want a microphone. Okay.
Go ahead.
Real quick. I'm really looking forward to the fight because I'm taking my girl. Her first boxing event. Love you, Rachel. Love you.
Wait. No. Toño.
Shut up.
Oh my God.
Okay, let me do it.
No more shout-outs. This is no shout-out show right here. You should know better. Toño, come back. Because this is
Who wants to propose on our show right now? Like, I love you, baby.
She's watching this?
I love this.
She will be.
She will be.
That's even worse. She should not be watching this. She should have her own life away.
Fan.
If she's a boxing fan, that's fine. Salud.
No, I'm not saluting to that. No, you guys are on your own. Because I am
protesting.
Okay. Rachel, run. Run. Do not do this. Do not hang out because next thing you know, you're going to be at every single fight.
I didn't say that to Izzy, girl.
Oh my God.
Man.
I want to give a shout out to my girl.
Oh, get
She won't be here tomorrow, though.
Go for it. Go say it.
So my girlfriend's fighting with brain cancer, and she is a fighter.
She's cool. I like her too.
Now that's a fighter.
Yeah, she's a real fighter.
Yeah,
she's cool too.
I love her very dearly, and she'll be at her first ever boxing professional boxing.
I've met her. She's great. She's fantastic. All that other stuff. But still, no shout-outs on the show.
Hold on.
I don't want forget it.
This is a different one. This is a new one. This is a different one. They never met her. It's another one.
Oh, then okay, forget it. Shut up, good night, everybody. No more shout outs.
Good night,
Thank
everybody.
you.
Thank you guys.
No.
See you guys.